That's okay. The train goes everywhere that you will want to be. We're going to have a good time down there. We have lots of great programming ahead. And for those of you that have never been to Professional Development Conference, think about what's happening here at the Technical Professional Conference, but in a more intimate setting with mainly professionals, just us, not a huge career fair, not all these thousands of things going on, but really geared towards your professional development, where we will interact with the special interest groups and other NSBE programming. But in addition to having that, we will also be working with our corporate partners, strategic partners, and I'll talk about that in a moment. Right now, if you're professional, of course, you're in the room, you're thinking, you know what, maybe you might want to participate in the conference so that you can get some professional development, or maybe you want to participate and give some professional development. Maybe you want to host a workshop. So we have a call for workshop that is out now on the website, pdc.nsbe.org. You can go to the website right now. You can click on the call for workshops and submit a workshop presentation for you or someone from your organization to host a workshop. That's going to be open and on. It's open now. It's going to be open until April 15th. And you'll be seeing that promotion coming along. We didn't want to bombard you with professional development conference promotions while the NSBE convention was going on. We didn't want to confuse you or anything like that, but you will be seeing a lot of that coming along in the next couple of weeks. So those workshops will inform our special programming. We're going to have lots going on. Of course, it's going to be Miami, Florida. We're going to have lots of entertainment for you. Anybody from the Caribbean? Okay, so we're going to have a lot of international experiences that we plan to bring to the table, especially some island vibes. Hopefully we can bring some of that food to the hotel, but we'll see. We have several sponsors, strategic partners already lined up, and those include 3M, Brunswick, Lockheed Martin, Discover, let's go, and Avery Dennison. So we have these sponsors already lined up. So this is already in the works. It's happening. It's going to happen. We're going to be in person, and we're looking to see you all there. So I have a little quick video for you all to check out. Hopefully this plays.
Why did you just make your own sound effects?
Yeah, just think Miami sound. but not Luke. The video is going to be available, so you can check that out as well. You can go to YouTube and the NSBE channel, and you can find the videos online. It will be on the website. All the promotions, we're going to start hitting you with all kinds of promotions, letting you know about the conference. The registration is going to be open pretty soon here after convention, probably in about April 15th, May 1st timeframe. We're going to open up registration and you were able to register. And we're looking forward to seeing you down in Miami. I want you to save the date.
They can hear you online. They can hear the video.
They can hear the video online. Awesome. All right, so everybody get online. But yes, so this is what we're hoping that you all will get to participate in. We're going to have some live events, of course, live music type of events for entertainment. We're going to be taking over downtown Dayland area and having a good time at the hotel. So there will be professional development, but there'll be good times as well, all kinds of upskilling. So get yourselves ready. Save the date, August 10th through 14th, Miami, Florida, 2022. And we're looking forward to seeing you. If you have any questions, please feel free to put questions. If anybody has any questions or announcements or comments or wants to make any suggestions, please do so now. And that'll be all for questions. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I wanted to know, what is the deadline for submitting an abstract, or for call for workshops?
The call for workshops, the deadline's going to be April 15th.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's actually open now, and the deadline will be April 15th.
Thank you.
All right. But if anyone has any questions, send them to pdc@nsbe.org. And we're looking forward to answering those questions, getting your comments, getting your questions, and seeing you in Miami. How many of you are coming to Miami? Who's not coming to Miami?
They'll be there. They gonna go.
Let me change your minds. Looking forward to seeing you all there. Thank you all.
Thanks, Reggie. I like that call to action. I want to see all the hands going up when we network at the end of the program year. So I want to continue to move us forward and talk a little bit about what we're doing in Game Change 2025 related to chapter engagement and what we are rightfully branding and calling the NSBE ecosystem. First, I want to see who's in the room. How many leaders do we have in the room? Okay, quite a few.
Yeah.
Let me see who are SIG leaders. Okay, who are regional leaders? Woo. But who are our chapter leaders? All right, the VIP. So we're going to do a little bit of NSBE history and see if you remember some of the things that we tried in the past, specifically in terms of the technology space. Who remembers the NSBE app? Okay, a couple of hands. Who remembers or is currently engaged with higher logical, what we call My NSBE, the all-in? Okay, a few folks here. And then who follows, blinking on and off of the screen in the room, not sure, can do a check there. But who remembers or can count how many NSBE social media accounts they follow? It's difficult, right? Everybody has a profile, national, regional, chapter level, and on multiple platforms. It's hard to engage, right, with chapters with this diversity of technology. And also, it's difficult to manage, right? So we want to bring forth something new, specifically focused on chapter engagement. You probably have many of these. You're using Hopin now if you're connecting online with us. At a chapter level, you use Zoom. You might use the Google suites of platforms. You might use Office 365. Well, Bevy doesn't do any one of these things. Let me just do a tech check here in the room. Not sure if there's a wireless or connection loose. We're still blinking on and off, but I'll still talk through. Give us just 30 seconds, folks.
Oh, it's still streaming. No.
So this is why technology is so important. Right, how to become more proficient in these spaces. I mean, imagine, right? This is exactly what happens, right? You're trying to host a chapter engagement event, you're trying to host a regional event. You're like, no matter how many times you do the pre-work and demos, it might not work when you go live. And so we're looking at systems to bring us a more reliable experience, but also the same shared experience across every chapter, across the region, and at the national levels, and starting first with the NSBE Professionals. And so, at first I'll kind of poll the audience and see, at a chapter level, who uses some type of mail merge newsletter device like MailChimp. Okay. Who also manages a separate chapter website and manages it?
Yeah.
Who has a local membership application system? Okay. What if all of that was in one system? right? Who uses a different system for surveys, like SurveyMonkey or Google Forms? Who has to fill out chip assessments and activity reports? Also in a different system, right? And remembering all of those passwords, but even more than that, right, paying for all of those systems independently. And so something we've been exploring and actively talking about in the NSBE Professionals is helping everyone in this room with those pain points. Who has Bevy is coming. So this system has a front end and a back end. So on the back end, right, all of those tools that I mentioned are integrated, right? So you have a NSBE profile. When you attend an event, you can register in the same system. After that event, when you want to have a survey, right, local leaders can set up that survey, and that data is tied to the event in that profile. I know I'm always pained with this, looking at any individual member or even myself and trying to remember the events I've attended in the past. You can see that type of information on the back end. On the front end, right, you can go to a website and see all of the events that are happening across the NSBE ecosystem. So if there is, right, the Atlanta chapter or the DC chapter, their events are in there posted by their chapter, but it'll bring together, right, the global calendar. So as a member, right, I might be traveling, or I might want to pop into a virtual program hosted by another chapter. I can easily access that. And then there wouldn't be the need for any of this reporting anymore because all of that data is visualized on the back end. And we have worked with one of the product managers and account managers, and so we have a video embedded here. I'll make sure to email it out to you guys so that you can see it, since we're having a couple of visualization tech challenges here in the room. Let me just do a check too with tech. Can you share, Townsend, what people are seeing online?
They are seeing just the Dell Technologies blank screen. Oh, you want me to? Okay, now they're seeing. Actually, they're seeing the slides now.
Okay, so it seems like just a tech issue in the room.
Yeah.
So I'll say look forward to that to come, and we'll continue to move in the program and just say, right, the big ask for Reveal now is that we're recruiting chapters who want to be a part of the launch experience. I see some hands going up. And so please, we'll have some time immediately at the end of the program to network. So if you're interested in being one of those first chapters, because you're like, I really need this, or if you want to be one of the first special interest groups, because you really need this, or you want to be one of the first regions to make sure you have a space in that meeting, sign up. And we'll work with you in the initial launch phase, right, to come ahead of the next membership cycle, right, in August. Some questions?
Yes, so, Arthur,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm, speaking on behalf of, well, not on behalf, but as an Atlanta Professionals member, how much is this gonna cost our chapter?
Cost?
Yes, how much is this?
We didn't worry about that.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so how much is this gonna cost our chapters?
No, that is a great question, and also a great segue too into talking about the budget. But I will do the big reveal that it won't cost you anything as a chapter, right? I was expecting like a word.
They want to still pay for
manage those chapter relief funds and make them a little more. But no, we have really looked at the budget and where we can move support around in efforts like chapter relief, to be able to support things like this, both at our national budget for the professionals and within each of the regional budgets.
Hey, Arthur.
And we've been actively in budget conversations over, wow, really the last 3 months, but really actively over the last week and a half. And looking at our budget and focusing it on those parts of Game Change 2025 that Dr. Rowe talked about a little earlier, the Ready, Set, Go, Brand, and Grow. And I just want to highlight how we're really metric focused as we're thinking about how we're going to execute on the strategy, but also from a financial perspective. And I think we almost have the tech fixed in the room so that folks can see some of the visuals here.
This is so much better to have tech challenges while you're in person versus online. Because imagine if this was online. Oh, I mean,
It is.
I mean, it kind of is.
We actually do that online.
yeah, we do. But at least they see it.
71 people online.
Brother Arthur,
Yes, sir.
while you're waiting on your tech challenges, there was a group that you forgot. I have to leave shortly, but I want to give a plug for y'all. So
Please.
number one of the groups you forgot to call out is how many people in here are lifetime members.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Organization. Outstanding. My name is S. Gordon Moore Jr. I'm the chair of the National Advisory Board and lifetime member number 2. I encourage each and every one of you who got these wonderful, beautiful jobs to pay up and get on your lifetime membership, because that's a true testament to not only what the professionals are doing, but what they can do. And it also shows a lot where we can go out to our supporters and talk about how many lifetime members, how many people are committed to NSBE. It's amazing how many people I know that come to every single convention. I've been to every single one since '91. And you're gonna spend way more in membership doing it yearly than you would have doing it annually. And I know most of y'all are gonna keep coming and keep coming because this type of get together is outstanding. So, quick plug for Dr. Rowe, Brother Arthur, as they move this leadership forward. Go get your lifetime membership. Do it. Oh, they got a beautiful reception at the end of the convention too. You want to get invited? All right.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, how could I forget that? I had the pleasure, similarly, of becoming a lifetime member. Not number 2, though. I think I'm number 356. But it shows a part of the community that you will join, right? Where
I'm gonna say if you were 356, I'm 456.
What?
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Sorry.
So just a couple of items wrapping up on the budget topic, right? And how we are really driving metrics for the strategy. You won't lose out too much not seeing this visual, because you'll also be able to see this in some of the general sessions that we've developed through the Strategic Planning Task Force, a executive dashboard that allows you to look at metrics in each of those areas that I mentioned, but also drill down to see what that means locally. So we can see how we're progressing on, right, membership numbers or retention numbers or financial targets. But that input, right, at the regional and local level will also be something you'll be able to visualize so that you can make it personal and drive metrics in your local circle of influence. And the platform that I mentioned, Betty, right, will help to feed in some of that localized data, specifically for the professional chapters. So I have 2 numbers, and I want to see who can guess what these represent. So I'm gonna allow you guys to come up to the mic, or folks can participate in the chat and see if you can guess. So the first one is 71%, and the second one is 56%. I know we're all engineers and love data. What do you think these numbers might represent? I'll give you a hint, right? We're still in the topic talking about the budget for the next year. There are some prizes, right? For us who would be so bold to guess. You can couple them, they are related, but they can be discussed independently. Go ahead. You want to come up to the mic?
No.
Well, sure, I'll repeat your answer.
56% was the last metric.
71% and 56%.
56% have lifetime memberships, and then
Oh, I wish that was the metric. 56% of our members, we have about 2,000 lifetime members. We're not quite there yet. I like that. We should set that as the goal.
the perennial optimist.
Uh-huh.
And then 76% of membership attends convention and PDC.
That would also be, we're gonna recruit John to come up to the PEO.
Set our goals, set our goals.
Membership chair.
No, so the first one, 71%, represents the revenue increase in the professionals' budget for next year. And the 56% increase represents the increase in the expense side of the budget. And so we've been working really, really hard, collaborating, brainstorming, persuading, advocating, right across the organization for the professionals. Woo! There we go. Right on time, the money.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So on the revenue side, right, that represents an increase target, approved target, moving from about $800,000 in revenue to 1.3 million. And then on the expense side, moving from about 700,000 to $1 million. And so that's really going to be allocated, right, to the different parts of the strategy we discussed, but also helping to fund some of the really chapter engagement, member engagement tools like Betty that we discussed. So just a little preview of what's to come and what we've been working to do to increase, right, this part of the organization. All right, now we'll quickly transition to talking about how you can continue to get involved, and we'll move to questions.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Eric Bryant. I am the National Professionals Parliamentarian, and as you might imagine, I also serve as the National Speaker of the Professionals House of Delegates, which is the body that elects all of our candidates for election. Leading in NSBE is really a labor of love, and the reality is, whether you're at the chapter level or the regional level or the national level, without people serving in these roles and these capacities, NSBE's mission can't advance. And so what I wanted to do for a few minutes is kind of talk about what we've currently got open and available for people who have an interest in serving NSBE. These are roles that we need, right? We can't advance some of the things we've been talking about with respect to Game Change 2025, or even increases in the budget that were discussed just prior to this, right? We're going to have this budget that has a lot of resources available to execute a lot of things to advance NSBE's mission. But if we don't have the decision makers to make sure that that money is appropriated properly, then that money could be lost. It could be not available to actually do the things we want to do and the things we're going to say we're going to do. So this is really an opportunity. If there is a position that's available and open to you that you have an interest in, you should start to consider it. So let me just talk about those really quickly. the position of National Professional Secretary is a very important piece of telling the NSBE Professional story, right? Leader of the communication zone. We really need someone that's really passionate and motivated to get the word out about what NSBE's doing, right? So if that's you, we want you to come talk to us and let us know that. And we can talk about whether that's a position you might be interested in. We need a treasurer-elect because in 2023, 2024, we will have an opportunity to spend some money, right? We just talked about the budget. We need a motivated and intelligent person, a wise person, to be thinking about making sure that we execute that in a responsible way for the society. So we're looking for somebody that can learn, right, about our financial picture and then use their good judgment to support the society. And then we've got several positions on the national level that are programmatic in nature. We need a PCI chair, we need a technical excellence chair. These are the two core elements of the mission, right? You know, succeeding professionally, positively impacting the community, academic excellence. And these are positions for which we don't have candidates. We need them, right? You can shape the future of the society by taking the effort to serve in these capacities. Each of these is a minimum 2-year term. The professional secretary is a 2-year term. The treasurer-elect serves in that capacity for 1 year and then becomes the treasurer and serves in that capacity for a year. And then the other two committee chairs are 2-year positions as well. So that's how we have it set up on the national level. If you're interested in even just having a discussion about that, we'd love to have that with you. I also want to just point out as well, there are numerous 1-year term positions at regional levels for which there are needs as well. And so we want to promote that. If you're not necessarily comfortable with the notion of setting the direction of the society on the national level, but you may want to choose a 1-year term to interact with chapters to push forward based on your experience at the chapter level, how to implement particular programs, working with multiple chapters. We can explore that with you as well. And then there's also an appointed position. You saw Dr. Archer talked about Miami in 2022. We will have a professional development conference in 2023. It's currently contracted for Dallas, Texas. And so we would be looking for a potential candidate to serve in that capacity. So if you'd be interested in maybe showing us what Dallas can show us, we're interested in having you speak to that as well. Next slide. Oh, okay. So if you're interested, let's talk about what you can do next. You can inquire with your interests. You can email myself, pedparliamentarian@sbe.org, the current chairperson-elect, Arthur, at the pedchair-elect@sbe.org. And I'm sure that even any of the other National Professional Executive Board members would love to talk to you about the potential to serve in the capacity of being a board member. And I should mention as well, board member is not just about the specific position that you have. We deal with a number of different governance issues that affect the society in aggregate. So you have an opportunity to contribute your skills, to contribute your experience to all kinds of things. In a lot of cases, PB members will extend beyond their area of specific responsibility to take on some specific and special initiatives. And you can leverage your passion to work on behalf of the society and on its mission. So I encourage you all to consider that. We will reopen the application for these positions after convention. You'll be able to go to the NSBE website under professionals and chapter resources. That application will reopen. And you can demonstrate your interest in serving in one of those positions.
Can I?
You want to
Question?
Yeah, just real quick.
Hey, can you turn on this?
I just wanted
Hey,
to.
let me.
Oh, is it?
Oh, you come on.
Hello. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. So, James Frazier, I feel like I'm my back to you. Apologies for that. I just wanted to ask all the PEB members present to stand so they can identify you. If they have questions. Now, Do we have any former PEB or AE board members present, if you could stand? So why did I do that? I did that just so you know that if you have questions about what you would be getting into for these positions, any of those people that stood would be happy to answer any of those questions. These are really wonderful opportunities, not just to give back to the society, but in terms of your professional development, in terms of your network, in terms of your personal mission and kind of what you feel your call is as an NSBE member and leader. These are wonderful opportunities for that as well. So I encourage you to talk to somebody if you have even a glimmer of interest in pursuing one of these positions. Okay, thank you.
Dr. Fraser, tell them who you are.
Oh.
Yes.
All right. Good morning. For those of you who I haven't had the opportunity to meet, I am the Professionals Chair, formerly AE Chair, from 2008-2009. I'm a nuclear physicist. I work for the U.S. Department of Energy, where I'm an Associate Deputy Administrator for Strategic Partnership Programs and member of Senior Executive Service. I've served in a number of roles, been a NSBE member since 1988, lifetime member number 127, and currently on the National Advisory Board. All right?
And past Black Girls Rock Award recipient. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, Dr. Jenny Fraser, good to meet everybody.
Thanks, Dr. Fraser. All right, so turn it back over.
All right, we need everybody online and everybody in the room to get out your phones or